tried to since 1985. And you've never known this. And we finna go through it right now. We've all finna wake up. Hit the like button right now. I was gonna do this on Patreon, but the whole world need to hear this right now because it's never really been told. So here we go. From 1985 to right now. All right. I had to go with the classic Z. The gold, baby. Y'all don't know about that gold piston. Woo! Let's go. Now, let's get into it like we do it. Woo! Now, the whole world just heard Irvin Magic Johnson say in an interview that he is going to be the one to have to bring Michael Jordan and Isiah Thomas together to end this conflict. Am I not right? Ain't that what he said? He said Jordan has done great things as an owner, being a black owner, black man owning a business, and Isiah's doing his thing. Why are we focused on the past? Let's focus on the future. Why are we focused on the past? Why can't we move on? That's a very true statement and a very wise statement by Magic Johnson. You know why people can't move on? Because they haven't settled things from the past. So you have to settle and you have to atone. Michael Jordan don't want that. He don't want to settle things. He like having that fire. He like to have a reason to be mad. That's like a woman. She wants to have a reason to be mad. She don't want you resolving it. She like to sit there and complain about stuff. If you actually fix the stuff she complained about, she gonna get mad that you fixed it. Because she just needs something to complain about. So now she got to find something else to complain about. That's Michael Jordan. But we got to go a little bit different on this one. Oh, yeah. Because, see, the whole perception of this Jordan versus Isiah and this thing of Michael Jordan was taking Chicago from Isiah, so Isiah got jealous. The media created that nonsense. That never was true. But here's something that you never known, they never talk about, that is known from all the people involved in this situation. The person that hated Michael Jordan was Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson hated Michael Jordan his entire playing career. He never liked Michael Jordan. This is the biggest thing you've never heard about it. He never liked Michael Jordan. Since the day he came in, the 85 freeze-out game, Michael Jordan was froze out by the West. Magic Johnson did that. He told the West, him and Iceman Gervin, they didn't like Michael Jordan wearing the chains and all that. Who do he think he is? Who do he think he is coming in like that? They decided, go watch the 85 game and see how the West played Michael Jordan. You weren't going to get no highlight dunks, nothing. Youngster, you ain't getting none of that on us. They were the ones who was against Michael Jordan, not Isiah. Isiah took the blunt of all of that, and that was the reason. Magic was jealous of Jordan, period. He was jealous his entire career, and Michael Jordan knows it. Michael Jordan knows Magic Johnson never liked him while he was playing. Magic never liked Jordan. He knew it. He knew what it was about. He know the whole situation. He spoke about it before, and nobody talks about it. Michael Jordan has came out and told you Magic didn't like him. Magic or Bird. They didn't really like me. No, they didn't. They didn't like you, dog. And the thing is, why is Isiah taking all the blunt punishment for it? Because he was winning. That's it. Isiah was winning, so now he's the enemy. That's the only reason. Isiah did nothing wrong to Michael Jordan ever. They chose Isiah to be that whipping tool because Magic and Bird are the darlings of the NBA. So they wanted to protect them, but Magic Johnson is the reason for all of it. Magic and Magic and Isiah rolled tight. So Isiah was going to be cool with Mike, but his bond is with Magic. Magic the one don't like him. Magic was the one not inviting Jordan to the all-star things and all of that. And then he said, man, you can come on down. Isiah was like, man, Mike could come to the thing. And he went down to the the Magic Johnson basketball classic and all that. Then they got to talk. And they was tight. He was like played in the Magic Johnson game. Isiah and them, all of them. They were all buddies. Buddy. But Magic still had a problem with him. And he definitely hated the fact Michael Jordan was getting all this money. Nike was paying him like 30, 40 million. And Magic couldn't get any money off his shoes. Magic was getting money from everywhere. It was Magic Inc. Magic had a radio station. He had all these companies, but he didn't have a Coca-Cola deal like Michael. Mike had these commercials, and Magic is like, why I don't have this national distribution? Why the NBA ain't putting me on this anymore? Why this ain't happening? So when it got to the late 80s and they was winning championships, and he was like, this dude ain't won no championships. How the hell is he getting all this sponsorship? Where's this Gatorade, this Coca-Cola, and all of this stuff coming in from, and all these checks and all this money? Magic Johnson was mad. And he called up David Stern and said, I want to talk to you guys about how's this sponsorship money and all this, how's this not crossing in and being a conflict of interest? He tried to cost Michael Jordan his sponsorships, saying a conflict of interest with the NBA. If the NBA ain't getting a piece of that and it's just going right to a player, this is not cool with all the rest of us that he's getting this money. It was like Magic. You get money when you do your basketball events. See, that's how players used to make their money. They used to travel, do these travel leagues, play out of the country and get money. So even though their salary was low, if you was a great player, you could do like the Globetrotters, go do a little show in like Italy, Dubai. Them dudes are paying like $500,000. This jersey ain't tight. How's the jersey tight and I got space under my jersey? Like, what are you talking about? You don't even know what you're saying. It's only tight because these Shannon Sharp guns I got. The gun show, baby. What you gonna do when Cino's arms wrap around you and I squeeze? Yeah, I know. So Magic Johnson has been lying to all of you. Everybody who saw anything from him, he's been lying. Completely lying to all of you. Magic Johnson has hated Michael Jordan his entire playing career. He was jealous of Jordan endorsements. He was jealous of the commercials. Spike Lee. Yo, money is the shoes. The Air Jordan shoes. Magic shoes wasn't selling like that. Magic did not want to see his spot diminish because they're winning championships. They were back-to-back world champions, and they were pissed. Where are their sponsorships? Him and Bird. He's like, me and Bird said we built this motherfucker. Where's our hey, this dude come flying in the air doing that. He can't even get out of the playoffs. He can't even beat Isiah. Isiah, yeah, whoop his ass. Yeah, Isiah ain't even got that sponsorship. You should be giving it to Isiah and them so they can play ball. They play a team. Pistons way better than them. Magic was going off. So this is what I'm saying. Y'all look at Magic as this good guy because he puts on this fake persona. Magic, we know who you are completely. You've never liked them. You never liked Michael Jordan. Even Mark thought you was a little too hard on Michael. But you was jealous of the sponsorships, even though you was getting more money than everybody. Come on, man. So Michael even knew about it. Like he knew, like, okay, I just deal with Magic sparingly. When Magic made the announcement that he had HIV and all that, and when they went through the all, that's when him and Michael got cool. When they went not just the All-Star game, but when they went to the Dream Team, that's when Magic and Michael started the bond. After that finals, and he went to the finals and he finally won the championship, and how Magic was grateful, gracious, and doing all that. Michael had a lot of different respect for him. So when Magic was out of the league and they went and did the Dream Team, that's when they bonded a lot. They really bonded and was like, okay, you a bruh. But before then, come on. Magic got more endorsements once he made that announcement than he did when he was playing. Let me repeat that again. When Magic Johnson was the best player in basketball, winning championships for the Los Angeles Lakers, he had no sponsorships coming in like he had once he made the announcement. He had money coming in from everywhere. Everywhere. And I'm going to tell you right now, everybody who was in business was trying to be friends with Magic. They was like, because out there, people had no knowledge of this. Hit the like button too if you just got in here. Please do. Thank you. Now, because I got to get back to the other football games. Yeah, Seattle's done. I got that money. They were scaring people early. Like, we going to get an upset. Sorry, Jose. I was on Jose chat earlier. I know he probably need a break right now. They don't have no passing plays in Seattle. Jesus. They got 3 people down the field. Don't know where to go. Here's the problem. Mix 76, that you got to stop watching documentaries. See, documentaries could paint anything like that. The whole league played that way. For real. And they were proud of it. Everybody, the whole NBA was proud of it. Go watch the Knicks and Pacers series. Any series you played, the 76ers was known as Thump and Bump. They sold the t-shirts. Thump and Bump. He hit him up and he hit him high, I hit him low. That ain't got nothing to do with the Pistons. Everybody played physical. Even the Bulls tried it. They just weren't good. See, people don't understand and don't realize it. We won because we were the better team. Easy. Look at the team we have. Joe Dumars, Hall of Fame. Isiah, Hall of Fame. You can't name another Hall of Fame backcourt. Now, here we go. After that, who do you have? Bill Laimbeer, 4-time All-Star, rebounding savant. The first stretch 5 in NBA history. Okay? 3-pointers. Defense. That is your guy. You have Mark Aguirre, who could easily be Hall of Fame right now if they like Mark, but they don't like Mark. So you got Mark Aguirre. Then, but before we had Mark, we had Adrian Dantley, Hall of Fame. So that's 3 Hall of Fames on the team right there, right? Then you have James Buddha Edwards. One of the best underrated power forwards there is. Long arms, can hit shots down in the range, get in his move, get up, hard to defend, rebound, savant, defense. So that's our five. Our bench, Sally, Rick Mahorn, Dennis Rodman. Okay. What do you want? What do you want? Compared to who? The Chicago Bulls, John Paxson, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Horace Grant, Bill Cartwright. And who's on the bench? Stacey King, Will Purdue, BJ Armstrong. Dude, yeah, we got Vinny the Microwave Johnson, who basically invented the Sixth Man of the Year award. It didn't even exist, but he would have won it every year. Dude, this is what I'm telling you. We were just a better team than him. Period. They weren't better team. They only had Michael Jordan. You take him off the team, and they have nothing else. Only people in Chicago try to make Scottie Pippen something. Man, no, Scottie was a punk. A straight up punk. He been a punk, he a punk now. Jordan's son got his wife. Punk. Punk. Come try to take Zeke's wife. Zeke about 70. Come try to take Zeke's wife. See what happens. See what happens. You see what I'm saying? Punks. That stuff happens to punks. Ring count. You say ring count. Okay, let's ring count. The Bulls got 91, 92, 93, and the Pistons came on the team, and you got 96, 97, 98. So 3 of them is ours. So you still want a ring count? Why y'all, if we so bad, why y'all come to the Pistons? You can get players from anywhere else. Why would you want to come to the Pistons? Get John Sally, want to get Buda Edwards, want to get Dennis Rodman? Because you know damn well, Michael Jordan ain't no fool. You know. We the truth. You can't win without us. Yeah, because it's the truth. See the lie. It's been so many lies told. The truth is being told here tonight. Because all the lies that's been told. Everybody in the NBA is running Isiah Thomas plays right now. The pin down play has never existed in the NBA till Isiah Thomas was the coach of the Indiana Pacers. Facts. Big facts. The NBA saw that. Mark Stein wrote an article about it and said either Isiah Thomas is going to be looked at as the biggest idiot in the world, or he's going to be looked at. He said, you should patent this, Isiah, because if everybody use this play, they're going to owe you some money. The pin down play, every team in the NBA run pin downs. It never existed in the NBA until the Indiana Pacers was running it under Isiah Thomas's tutelage when he was the head coach of the Pacers. He brought that play, the pin down play, into basketball. Because Alexander Myers, being from Chicago, how am I a Detroit Piston fan? Do you see the jersey I'm wearing? Do you know who jersey this is? Then you know why I'm a Piston fan. from Chicago. This guy is Isiah Lloyd Thomas III from the west side of Chicago. And he's the greatest player that ever played in the game. He's the best player to ever touch a basketball. I want you to understand that right now. The greatest player to ever touch a basketball in his life is Isiah Thomas III. There is no questions. Everybody else is imitations. Or listen to people that actually play the game. They go to Isiah and they tell stories about what Isiah has done. They was, man, you did this for us. You did that. You did this. Have you watched these people on the panel? Listen to Kevin Garnett. Listen to Chris Webber. Listen to Jalen Rose. Listen to all these players in the NBA. And they was like, dude, you were the one. You were the one. Like, I don't understand. Like, how are they trying to omit you from the history of the game? Without you, there's no Jordan. Jordan would not be a legend right now. Sean Cox, do you know anything about Isiah? Of course they're going to take Mike over there. And that's the thing. Mike has been retired probably before they was even born. And they're going to take Mike. He the greatest player ever. How? How do you even, what are you basing it on? The commercials, the video games. Mike was a great player. Don't ever get me to say that he wasn't great. He was great in his element, but he was limited. He was athleticism and talent that was just sporadic, but he couldn't put it all together. He could score 40, but his 40 wouldn't impact wins and losses. You weren't going to beat the Pistons like that. Jordan had 43, and then they'll lose by 20, and he can't understand it. This is why he lost to Boston. He scored that 63. Remember, they show him on Bird. Look at Mike. He scored that on Bird. Bird had like 36, and then they won. Because you got to know how to play the game of basketball. You got to know how to get yours and still win. Jordan, it took time for him to figure it out. By the time he figured it out, Isiah and them was retired, damn near. Mike didn't have to kill himself to get 30 no more. He said, you know what? I've been doing this all wrong. I've been going up on 3-4 guys. I don't got to do all that. I can relax. I can move the ball around. It'll come back to me, and then I can get mine easy. Easy. Play defense. Get transition baskets. We good. So Mike understood and figured out the game early. I mean, late, like during that stretch in that 90s. But that was his turn. Did you watch The Last Dance? Did you see how Magic Johnson threw that ball in the stands? And y'all saw Magic for the first time ever. So y'all don't see Magic. Y'all see the guy, Irvin Johnson, smiling for the cameras and all that. Y'all saw the real Magic when he threw that ball in the stand. Boom! When he was going up against Michael Jordan, his team. That's when you saw the real Magic. You saw the real Magic. They was going up against Jordan. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. We going there. We gonna go from there. Let's go. Yeah, we gonna take it from there. Let's go. Yeah, and they kept calling them fouls, and Magic Johnson took the ball. Man, they're doing the same thing. All they did was put the United Center all the way here. That's all they did. That's all they did. Did you see how Magic was walking? When Magic walked like this, them hands out. Magic had the hands out, boy. Well, that's like he ready to fight. Well, Magic had them hands out. Like, that's all they did. They just built the United States. They just brought it all the way here. That's all they did. It's the 90s. So, what's that supposed to mean? It's the 90s. That's all Jordan kept saying. It's the 90s. So, what's that supposed to mean? What year it is? I don't care. Ain't no damn giving you all the calls. Magic took that damn ball and slung it under the damn stand. Magic never liked Michael Jordan. Jealous as you could ever imagine. Hey, he said, why did Isiah do Adrian Dantley wrong and get him traded for Mark Aguirre before they won their second title? Adrian Dantley didn't show up to Dallas for a week. Isiah did him wrong. I'm glad you brought that up, so let's put that to bed right now. Adrian Dantley was gone because Adrian Dantley was causing the team to lose. Adrian Dantley was having problems with the coach. He wanted plays called for him. He's causing this disturbance in the locker room. Now, AD and Joe Dumars are real tight. Like, those are his guys. Like, all the quiet guys, they was his guys. John Sally was cool with him. That was normally his bunch. So they all hung out together. Like, Joe and him were real tight. But there was a big situation that took place that people didn't really know about. And the situation that went down was the fact that Chuck Daly, it was the Celtics game, and Adrian Dantley didn't want to come out of the game. They was going to have Dennis Rodman come in. Rodman, there was a situation they need Rodman in. Adrian Dantley would slow the game down too much and go and take like all 24 seconds. Back you down. He might get the two, but he slows the game down to a crawl. And to beat the Lakers, what they wanted to do, which they really had them beat, but to beat the Lakers, they needed to get the tempo more faster. And so they want to bring in Dennis Rodman. Rodman could fly up and down the court. You know, he's a young kid. They want to get Dennis in there. Adrian Dantley's pissed. No, I ain't coming out the game. Chuck Daly was like, what? So he had to take Rodman back out the game. So, because Adrian wouldn't come out of the game. So they ended up butting heads because Isiah was like, look, man, because Isaiah's the leader of the team. He's the captain. It's Isaiah's team. And he's like, look, we got to come together and we got to do this. And everybody, you need to do this. You need to do that. And then Adrian Dantley, yeah, what you got to do? Huh? See, you want this to be your team. But I ain't going for it. You packing your own bags. Because you think if somebody on the Bulls tell Michael Jordan, yeah, but what you doing? You want this to be your team. And I ain't going for it. Bro, no, it wasn't. He got himself traded. I don't care if it was Mark Aguirre or everybody else. He was gone. He got himself gone. He's still delusional. To this day, he's thinking out there, yeah, he wanted his buddy Mark, and I wasn't one of his boys. You weren't one of his boys, and you causing disruption on the team? Chuck Daly, you done pissed off? He told you to come out the game, and you like, nah, and y'all arguing back and forth? Did y'all argue in the locker room? Chuck Daly was so goddamn mad, he said, Adrian Dantley got to go. Adrian Dantley was traded about a week later. He had to go. And they got Mark, and as soon as they got Mark Aguirre, you want to talk about winning 72 games? We wouldn't have lost those games early. The games we were losing early on in the regular season was with Adrian. We got rid of AD. We down there didn't lose a game. We wiped the league out. It was over. Over. Mark can pull up, hit a three, bang. AD ain't doing that. Tempo is up, pace, fast break. There's nothing else. That's right. Hit the like button. So there is no the Isiah Magic thing, Michael thing didn't get started because of the media. The media did that because the Pistons were stopping Michael Jordan. So they created all that lie. Michael Jordan just took Chicago from Isiah. Now Isaiah's mad. Why would Isiah be mad at Jordan when Isaiah's winning NBA championships? It's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. But they had to write a story. So they created a lie and put Isiah in there because they couldn't put Magic. Magic was the guy who didn't like Michael Jordan. It was never Isiah. Oh, the 85 freeze out. Isiah did it. He got everybody together. So Isiah told Larry Bird, Moses Malone, don't give the ball to Michael Jordan. And they all going to listen to Isiah in an all-star game. They're going to be like, all right, Isiah, you're our leader here for this all-star team. What are we going to do, Zeke? I don't like this new guy, Michael Jordan. I say we don't give him the ball. All right. Sound like a plan. You're all in. Let's go. Break. Isiah is out of that game. Like in the second half, he hurt his like ankle or something. And he didn't even play like the second half of the 85 game. See, that's why I'm saying, because of YouTube, you get to see what actually happened. Magic Johnson and George Gervin hated Michael Jordan. Both of them were the haters. They fouled Michael Jordan every time he came down there. You ain't getting that on me. They were not letting him dunk. They didn't want Michael Jordan doing nothing. Magic and Iceman Gervin did not like the way he came in with the gold chains. They did not like Michael Jordan, and that was it. And it was Jordan knew. Jordan knew. He's like, man, I'm the young guy just trying to fit in. I ain't trying to step on nobody's toes. I ain't know my chains is going to piss everybody off. But then they talking about Isiah had a problem. Isiah doesn't have a problem. He didn't give a damn about what you was doing. And that's and the thing is he know that because his family is living with him. I'm like, dog, his nephew is living with you. But down the road, this thing with David Falk, his agent, the guy who was the invisible hand, is mad because Isiah cut all the money from the agents. Said agents shouldn't have to get this much money from the players. Isiah was president of the Players Union, and he put more money in the players' pockets by saying, hey, the agents shouldn't get this much percent. They should get this percent. So all the agents hated Isiah because that became the new rule. They lost a lot of money. So David Falk was out to get Isiah, and that was it. He cut my money. So he turned Michael Jordan against Isiah. And Michael was saying all these dumb things in the press, and that's coming from David Falk. David Falk hated Isiah for cutting the agent's money. And once Isiah was out of the president of no longer the president for the NBA, the union president, then they reverted it back. Yeah, Jordan and Isiah's sister was friends. It's a lot of other stuff that was going on too with Michael Jordan's family that you guys don't know, but unless you're on the Patreon. If you're on the Carceno for Life Patreon, we have the link below. Go in there and type in Michael Jordan and family, their family secret. It'll pop right up in the search engine. If you're a member, you got to be a member, VIP member, to see that. But it will blow your mind. So if anybody in here from the Patreon, they already know what I'm talking about. That's what's crazy about it. The Detroit Pistons would have won about 4 championships in a row, at least 4. They would have won in 87, 88, 89, and 90 for sure. 91, if they played the Lakers, they'd have won. If they played the Blazers, I don't think so. Not in 91. Before then, though, before Isiah got hurt, because they said, "Oh yeah, we got the new rule, the flagrant foul rule. Here, we got the Pistons now. We don't need to foul you to win. That's not how we won." And they didn't realize that we won. We started the season best record we've ever started with. Couldn't nobody touch us. Isiah Thomas gets hurt on his shooting hand. That's the season. He's supposed to be out the whole year. That was the season. We played the Bulls and we beat them by 20-something points. With their new rules, flagrant foul, whole new year, Jordan was ready, in Chicago, I believe. We beat they ass. Beat their ass. Blew them off the court. With a new rule in place, they got smoked. It was like good old times. Smoked. Michael was mad. He wanted a trade to happen. He wanted his boy from doggone Golden State Warriors, his homeboy on the team. And rest in peace to the GM who made it all happen. Jerry Krause said hell no to Michael Jordan's request and kept doing what he wanted to do. He brought in Cliff Levingston and was rolling with Cliff. And that was the best decision he made. Because if Jordan had his way, you see how that would have won. Mm-hmm. Now, I want you to see something. Can y'all see that? This is 1990. In January 1990, Pistons won 107-95. In April of 90, we won and beat the Bulls again. Here, March or January 8th, we'll go to January 8th. We won by 10, beat them again. April, which means the end of the season, right? March here, then April. All right, so that's when we won the championship that year. The very next year, December, right? We played them. We beat them 105-84. Isiah's hurt after this. We beat them in the very beginning, December, right? 105-84. Then they won 98-86 with Isiah hurting. Disgusted. Disgusted. What would have been? Right? Woulda, coulda, shouldas. It's the NBA, baby. It's the NBA. Oh, everybody know the Bobby Knight recruiting story. Him and Lord Henry got into it, and all the brothers they got to fighting with Bobby Knight because the brother thought he was racist and all kind of stuff. Man, Bobby Knight wasn't having it. He was stood up to him and all them and about to go at it, and the mom was like, "You going to Indiana? You ain't going to DePaul." See, that was the thing. Isaiah was supposed to go to DePaul with Mark Aguirre and all the rest of the dudes from Chicago, and DePaul would have won the championship easy. And he was like, "Yeah, I'm going to DePaul." Like they was like, "Yeah, man, DePaul, we're gonna have a powerhouse, and we're gonna win the championship." And Mark goes there, and Isaiah was like overruled. He's like, "I'm at the press conference. My mom is like, my son will be going to the University of Indiana because she knew he needed that. That's why he went to St. Joseph. She didn't let him go to the school in the neighborhood because she didn't want Isaiah to get caught in the influence of what's going on in the neighborhood. Like, nah, no, son, you going away. Yeah, the Mary Thomas story. Mary Thomas used to work with Dr. Martin Luther King, who used to live around the corner from Isaiah. Mm. Magic Johnson, Magic Johnson was already like rich. Like it's not like Magic Johnson wasn't rich or didn't have the money. He wasn't like all these other players. He was mad for Bird. Like Bird just didn't like it anyway. He didn't like the Michael Jordan thing. He didn't like Magic either. Bird was just like, I don't care. Get away from me. Like, all right. You want to be friends? Cool, Irvin. Just go ahead. Just go over there. Man, Larry's just low key. Low low vibration. Like it's just a smooth vibration with him. He just mm-mm. Magic was about the lights, the cameras, the flash. He loved it. And Michael Jordan was getting it. But Jordan didn't really love it like as much. When he was younger, yeah, it was cool. He was out and about, but he grew tired of it. He started getting his old man on. Want to smoke a stogie, drink some yak, play some golf. Yeah, that's his man. Mike in his groove now. So he started getting his young man. His young man was starting to slow down. He wanted to get the old man on. Magic didn't want to leave the spotlight. That's what that was about. Magic Johnson had so many businesses at that time. It was crazy. I can't even lie to you. That was crazy. He had a company empire that was unmatched. Now his empire is it's even greater than that. The Magic Johnson empires it started in like 1981. He invested in 2 Colorado radio stations, and he opened a Magic 32 retail store. That was in '81. And I think they're gonna go into that on that Lakers show on HBO. I like that show. So I want them to try to go through that and do that show. They were gonna call it Showtime, but they can't call it that because of Showtime. So so they couldn't get it, you know. So in '81, he had the 2 radio stations. Remember, I told you Magic Johnson sold us out. Easy E had the Ruthless radio station. Easy E was finna buy the distribution of music, start putting his artists on the radio. But he knows there's no profanity on the radio. You be fined heavy, for that. So you can't be cursing on the air and all that. So he was like, no, we'll just play the songs without cursing. But then we can get the music to our people using the radio, the airwaves. So he owned those radio stations. And when he did that, they didn't want nobody black having that type of distribution to people. So they wanted Magic to sell that immediately. And Magic, instead of selling it to Eazy-E, he sold it to them folks. And then they came in as a partner for the Magic Johnson Development Corporation. He got with Earl G. Graves, and he said, all right, since all of these things was going on, and that happened in 1990, because he was pissed that Michael Jordan had Coca-Cola. So Magic Johnson went and bought $60 million Pepsi franchise. Told you, he bitched and complained up and down that Michael Jordan was getting all this money. And he was mad. So he went ahead and did what he did and got with Earl G. Graves and bought a Pepsi. He went into Pepsi. He was mad Coca-Cola got Michael Jordan. He had to up Michael Jordan. So he bought a $60 million Pepsi franchise with Earl G. Graves. And Earl G. Graves was serving as the chairman and CEO. And Magic was the vice president of the company. So that's how they was going to run it in 1990. Yeah, they called it Magic Inc. because he formed the Magic Johnson Foundation. First, it was Magic Johnson Enterprises, then became the Magic Johnson Foundation when he got sick. And I told you, once he got sick, everything opened up for him. He had the Magic Johnson Development Corporation. All this money is coming in from everywhere for Magic. So that means they had a development corporation. So that means he had the license to build. So they got build a multiplex cinema in Los Angeles. It was like so long. He had the corporate partners with Sony to create the Magic Johnson shows. So he did that. Then he started to build what they call Calpiers. It's a real estate acquisition company and management company. And that came the year after that. So Magic in the 90s, he didn't care about no Michael Jordan no more. Magic got so much money coming in, he can care less about what they doing. So all of his jealousy came while he was playing. He got Starbucks. Then he went and got the publishing domains for the animated features that Kobe Bryant ended up partner when some of those guys when he won the Oscar for that company he did. Magic, some of his people helped put that together for those domains. Um, he merged a coffee company with Urban Coffee, and they moved Urban Coffee with Starbucks and started their own development. Then, and after that, he went to TGI Fridays and partnered with them, the Carlson restaurants, and started building those TGI Fridays. So Magic Johnson was always in the mix when it came to the business side. He started growing. So his hate turned into I don't care what you do no more. Used to hate you, but now I'm getting more money since I've been sick. Oh yeah, he bought the bank out. The Founders National Bank. And this is when Magic Johnson, once again, had an opportunity to do something great and he sold us out. He bought with the rest of the brothers, he had the JJP partnership and they got the Founders National Bank where it's going to be a black bank, black everything. Nope, nope, nope. Magic sold out. Came out with Passing Glory. Then he came out with the share of the Dayton Dragons. With the Mandalay Bay Sports, and now they're a minor league team with the Cincinnati Reds. He started out with that back in 2000. Then he partnered with the real estate company. What's that? Canyon Capital. And then he started trying to look into urban markets. And why they always looking for the urban markets? Because they know that's where the money is. So you always try to follow the money, and they gonna find it. They gonna get that money. Yep. He went to Washington Mutual, got a fat burger. Then he came with a 24-hour fitness gym, the Magic Johnson 24-hour fitness gym. So then Lincoln Motor Car said, hey, we got Matthew McConaughey selling cars. You want to sell some cars, Magic? Yep, sure I do. Magic Johnson is the new spokesperson for Lincoln Motors. So right away, there it is. Then he got Burger King. Magic Johnson Enterprises got Burger King's 29 restaurants. Then those Cadbury swipes or whatever, he got those. Then Magic Johnson went and got the Studio Magic. he partnered with them. Now it's Studio or Sudexio. He didn't partner with them. Then he said, well, we're going to change that to the Magic Workforce Solutions as he partnered with another company with them called Adeco, made a workforce program. Then he partnered with Best Buy, then Atnia, the health and wellness in the urban communities. Aetna partnered with Magic Johnson's enterprise. Aon Hewitt is partners with Magic Johnson's company. The Ukapa Johnson Fund is formed. Then he sold all of his Starbucks shares. Then he buys Vibe magazine and becomes the chairman. And he gets basically Uptown Records and Showtime. Soul Train. Then he has plans to bring the NFL to Los Angeles, which he did, brought two teams. Then he buys a new TV network called Aspire. Y'all didn't even know Magic owned that. Then he got the Dodgers. Part owner of the Dodgers. Then he launched the Friends of Magic program for every high school dropout recovery and prevention with Common. Then Magic Johnson got to speak to Disney engineering staff. So why Disney's engineering for all the animation? Magic Johnson owns that. The Marvel Experience. Magic Johnson owns that. He's the board member of the Hero Ventures at the Marvel Experience. The Los Angeles Sparks. He now purchases his ownership of the Los Angeles Sparks. Then he's got the football club from Los Angeles. He's now a part owner in that. Then life insurance company. He's a shareholder in the Equity Trust company. If you know that company, Magic Johnson is attached to that. Sky Didio. Magic is right there with him, leading the United States drones manufacturer. Skydio makes all these drones that you see flying around. Bzzz. They're the leader in the United States of America. He's a part owner of that company. Then you have Jobwell or Jopwell. And this is about a hiring recruiting program to help Blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans get jobs in the tech world. Walker and Company. Now, this brand helps health and beauty products for people of color. Once again, the urban community. Then you have the Los Angeles Sparks. They win a national championship. Then he has Sonic Energy. And what that is a US company that is developing wireless charging systems to work like via ultrasound. Top Golf is a company that's a global sports entertainment company with Dallas. They got places in the US, UK, Australia, Mexico, Dubai. Top Golf, you've probably seen it a lot of places. He's partnered with South Carolina State to raise 2.5 million for an endowment scholarship. Then he invests in the Shot Tracker, that company that you wear the technology and then it tracks you while you shooting how many baskets, where the ball's moving, and all this stuff. That Shot Tracker app and all that people use, that's magic. Me Too, that's a Latino fueled media brand and digital network that's connecting thousands of Latinos creators around the world. Magic owns it. Uncharted Power, which was founded in 2011, and it has all these power systems that can serve like energy and stuff for renewable energy access. Then he has the JLC infrastructure program. Magic Johnson has that. So it's like a global loop that continuously goes on in a circle. I'm telling you this in case most of you invest in stocks. This might be something you want to look into. So this is very useful information. Um, Magic Johnson invests in Superheroic. That's a company that encourages and enables, and enhances pure physical play for children throughout a data-informed sneaker. Like they make a certain type of shoes to help people perform better. And then he was president of the Lakers. That didn't last long. Magic went to Naturade, a company that reversed diabetes, diets, and related diseases in underserved communities. Instead of saying urban communities, it's underserved communities with clean, natural products. Then is the Bank of California Stadium, home of Johnson's MLL team and all that stuff. They got a victory. Then he's did a lot of infrastructure deals. Then he stepped down as president of operation for the Lakers. He teamed up with Team Liquid. He named Christina Francis as the president of his Magic Johnson Enterprises, who's going to be running it. So now the Dodgers won the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl, the World Series. Then you have Magic Johnson, his 325 million in capital to fund loans through the SBA payback program they have for minorities and women-owned businesses. He developed a product by XTR, H-Wood Media, NSV, and some movie companies, and an upcoming documentary series on his life, which we kind of saw. Then he got Uncle Bud's Industrial Hemp Company. He's involved with that. They make that CBD based products that offer pain relief, skin care. So if you get Uncle Bud's, that's magic. Selena Kufi named as president of Johnson's Food Services and Facility Management Company. So he got one team. That's the LLC that's helping athletes maximize their value of their name, image, and likeness rights. Then he did a deal with Fanatics. So he's appointed to the board of directors for the NBA Fanatics. So he gets paid off that. Then he's in partnership and received his COVID-19 vaccination card, which I don't even know what that means. But that's Magic Johnson. That's what Magic Johnson has been doing since 1981 to now. So we all are clear on that. We all should be clear on that now. All right. Oh, one undoubtedly. See, that's why I tried to lay it all out for you, because Michael Jordan had Coca-Cola at that time. He had McDonald's, he had Coca-Cola. So these sponsorship deals wasn't there when Magic was playing, but they created the market for those endorsements. So if it wasn't for Magic and Bird bringing that excitement, that money, those people want to get there, like McDonald's started becoming popular, and all of these things start to come in the 80s. And while they're winning the championships, Bird and Magic and all this, the younger people are coming in getting all the money. And we're gonna talk about this hypocrisy that came along with Michael Jordan too. Um, Michael was getting at the year, he was making like 25 million a year, almost 40, based on his investments, and he was only getting like 2.3 million in salary from the NBA. And then it went to like 3.2 million a year to play ball in the NBA. Serious. That's how low the salaries were to play in the NBA. 3.2 million was like tops. I'm serious. This is welcome to the 80s. It was that serious. Michael Jordan was getting $3.2 million a year to play. Now, as the sponsorships came in, Michael Jordan didn't need the NBA money. He was had Nike money was coming in, and he was getting like 20, 30 something million a year just off Nike. So he was gonna be okay. But that wasn't the point. And then Coca-Cola, they were like going into renegotiations. And then this new company was coming up that was, mostly with football. Gatorade and football, college football, the Florida Gators, that's where Gatorade came from. The Florida Gators used to drink it, and they used to have an advantage. They felt more energized, and it was better than water. And so Gatorade became the new drink, not of the NBA, of Michael Jordan. So they did a deal with Michael Jordan. Join Gatorade. It replenishes you while you drink it. Gatorade, give you your energy back. So Gatorade used to come in one color, and that was that green looking gator color. Gatorade. Boom. So before Gatorade become the universal thing of what everybody drunk, that's the way it was. Coca-Cola, whatever used to be the sponsor of the NBA, they was all for renegotiation because of Michael Jordan. Gatorade ended up doing a deal with the NBA, and everybody's got to drink or at least hold the cup, even if it's water in the cup. You got the Gatorade logo. He turned the whole NBA into a billion-dollar industry by himself. Now, I'll tell you that much. Michael Jordan brought butts to the seats. Can't nobody take that away from him. Thanks, Dow G. I ain't seen you in a minute. I don't know, man. I mean, Jenny could do her own channel if she wants to, I guess. I don't know. She might as well go in and delete it. I mean, I don't know. She probably ain't never coming back. Now, no, Jordan switched to Gatorade. So while everybody was in the soda thing and Magic was into the Pepsi thing, Mike had went on the Gatorade. Then it was like Mike, I want to be like Mike. I want to be like Mike. So Michael Jordan had the "It Ain't So Hard for Me to Jam" with Michael Jordan, and that was the big thing. Magic was out the league at that time, and he was in with Michael Jackson too. Like Michael Magic was like, "I'm gonna be in Michael Jackson video. I'm the surprise." And Remember the Time. So Remember the Time came in, and that was it. Do you remember the time? Yeah, Magic Johnson in there. And he thought he was gonna get all this buzz and attention, and he didn't. Then it was Michael Jordan. It ain't too much for me to jam on. It ain't too much fun. It ain't go do. It ain't too much for me to. It ain't too much fun. It ain't go through. It ain't too much for me to. It ain't go through. It ain't too much for me to. That's funny because all my buddies was at the video shoot. OJ was in the video. So I told about the whole story. It's on the west side of Chicago. It was in this warehouse. Kid and Play. They had the pickup game with some of the boys from the area, and OJ was in it. And I was like, "Look, there's OJ." He got like one scene in there when they playing the pickup game, and they just told him like, "Go ahead and play." And he was like, "Well, what am I supposed to do?" He was like, "Just play." Who would I draft first? Jordan, Akeem, or someone else? And 84 depends on what my team was. Back in those days, you would take Akeem Olajuwon. Keep on, press on. You wouldn't draft Michael Jordan. I mean, if you in the NBA, you got to think about this 1984. Uh, you don't do that. Like Jordan is a guy that's gonna probably score a couple points. He looks like he's unpolished for the NBA, just like he could just score, 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 but he don't look like he could play the game with everybody else and win. People don't realize that Jordan played 2 years and didn't win nothing in North Carolina. He won that. He hit as a rookie. James Worthy and that team won that championship. He just hit the game-winning shot. Like he hit the shot to seal it. When they gave the ball to him and he pulled up and hit that shot. So it was like, all right, that shot. And he just started the next 2 seasons. He played there. He won the Naismith's Award. And he was like the best player in the ACC, scoring all these points and all that. But they didn't win an NCAA title. No, you couldn't really tell because it's college. You can see his growth. You can know he's going to score in transition, but can you really win or build a team with that guy? You don't really know that. I mean, seriously, you don't really know that. All you know is there been a plenty of guys that made a splash in college like that and they come to the league and get swallowed. They get swallowed. They were dominant in college, but they can't dominate. It's a whole different game. So at that time, I would have took Akeem Olajuwon. It was a big man's game at that time. It wasn't a guard's game. So I would have took Akeem Olajuwon easy. You got to take the dream. So in 1984, yeah, but in hindsight, if you can go back, yeah, you grab Michael Jordan. That's a no-brainer. But at that time, based on the information you got, you take Akeem. No, because they had Sam Perkins, they had Kenny Smith, they had all those guys there, but they wouldn't have been able to sustain that type of play for that long. Yeah, hit the like button, good people. If you're new here, subscribe. Hopefully you don't miss anything. So Michael Jordan never hated Isiah Thomas. Never. He was told to hate Isiah Thomas. Seriously, he was told to hate Isiah Thomas. And he started to go along with the lie. David Falk was pushing this. Because they kept voting Isiah. If Isiah was so bad, they would not have kept voting him to be the president of basketball operations. Every year, they're voting Isiah to be president of basketball operations. Why would you do that? Oh, this is everybody telling me Jaguar Wright's in jail right now for fighting with her husband and nephew and stuff in Louisiana. Look, I don't know. You don't win 6 championships with a team. I'm sorry. Um, Dakota. Oh yeah, my super chat. Thanks to everybody who's hitting up my super chat. My cash app is Carceno too. If you want to do that, thanks, William Livingston. Appreciate that. Matless X, I see you. He said he's a good talker and a great leader. You don't win 6 with Akeem. Akeem went to the NBA Finals in his first year, but he didn't win it till later on. Dow G. Well, yeah, but the Pistons had to be developed. That was a team built from scratch. That was a team when we were the highest scoring team in the NBA. We went from a team that used to score a lot to a team that focused on defense. We got rid of Kelly Tripucka and Benson. And Kelly Tripucka used to average like near like 30 points a game. He was crazy scoring. But we weren't going to win with Kelly Tripucka and Benson. So we made it a trade. We got all these picks. Then we already had Lambeer. You get Rodman, Sally, Mahorn. Then you draft Dumars. And there you go. Team take off. You make a trade for Mark Aguirre. You get Vinny Johnson on the bench. You pick up him. You get Vinny on your team, and now Vinny's coming off the bench who could probably start for any team in the league. And we turned the NBA upside down. Everything you got now in the NBA comes from the Detroit Pistons. There's no team in the NBA that's done what we've done. We changed the game. The game you playing right now is the Detroit Pistons basketball game. Did you know that? Probably didn't know that. Private planes, that's us. We were the first. 5-star hotels, us. The president of basketball operations is Joe Dumars. Isiah Thomas designed the play that all you guys are using to this day. The street jerseys that you wear, who you think invented? There was no other color. You only had 2 colors. The Pistons integrated their own logo. Street is what the NBA started calling it. We had the bad boys. We were the Raiders. We had the black and silver. We integrated that into the basketball world when we were rebelling against the NBA and these fines. We did that. We changed the game of basketball. Stretch 5. They've never seen that before. They never saw center shooting threes. Bill Lambeer killing them from the 3-point line. They never saw nothing like that. That was not how the game was coached. You never saw a little man lead a team to an NBA championship. Never been done before in the history of basketball. It was always a big man. Always was a center. Never been done by a little man. Until we made the game about the guards. Now you look at the NBA, what is it now? A guard game. We made that change. So when you talk about the NBA, you're going to have to put respect on the teams that innovated it all. The Detroit Pistons, the bad boy Pistons, and the greatest player that ever lived and ever touch a basketball, Isiah Lloyd Thomas III. There's never been a player like him, and there'll never be another. And I'm out.